So hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In this video, I'm gonna share you 5 tips and tricks to become pro SAS programmer. Now let's move to the screen. So guys, you can see on third row, we have created a data test. Okay. Now let's suppose 5th, 6th and 7th row, we have to give 2 spaces in the beginning. So what people will do naturally, that they will click in the beginning and they'll give 2 spaces in each of the row which you want to move forward. Let's suppose on 5th, 6th and 7th row, we have to give 2 spaces. We have clicked one by one and we have used space bar to give spaces. But what if I'll tell you a way with that you can directly select these lines and you can do it directly at a time. It can save your time. So let me show you how you can do it. So if you are using Windows, I'll tell you how to do this on Windows. If you are using Mac, I'll tell you how to do it on Mac as well. So right now I'm using Mac. So on Mac, what I have to do, I have to click option in my keyboard. Okay. After clicking on option, I can use right click on the mouse and I can select those lines which you want to move forward. So I have selected 5th, 6th and 7th row. You can see these pointers are blinking on 3 rows at a time. Now I can use simply spacebar to move forward or backspace to move backward. Okay. So what I did guys, I'm repeating once again, I'm using Mac. I have clicked on option in the keyboard. Then I using mouse right click, I selected the lines which I want to move forward or backward at a time. And once you will click on the screen, it will automatically deselect. Now what if you are using Windows? On Windows guys, you can simply use Alt button. Okay, you can use Alt button and holding Alt button you can use mouse right click and select those lines. Now guys, let's move to the second tip which is related to the first tip itself. For that, let me show you. So I'm copying this code, okay, and pasting it in a new coding window. Now let's suppose you have to format this code. Now what does it mean by formatting? Let me do and show you. So I'm selecting all the rows or the data set which I have to format. Then I'm clicking on format button. You can see here format code. Once I'm clicking, you can see the code got formatted automatically. First data statement is coming, then set, then conditional. Now under the condition, do condition is coming, and then the variable you have created, finally you are ending your condition and then run. So your code got formatted automatically. Now you can see your code is looking good, right? Compared to how it was looking initially. Okay, so this is called code formatting. You can use this format button. Now guys, let's move to the second tip, using snippet. So what is snippet guys? How you can use? Now let's suppose you have to give some comment like this. And every time you want to write a data or every time you have to give this comment, and you have to give symbols and you need to give some time, right, to give that comment if you have to create a structure like this. So what I can do guys, instead of creating comment manually, I can select this. Okay, whenever I have created first time, I can do right click and you can see it is coming, add to my snippet. I can give the name comment. Okay, now how you can call this comments or snippets? Now you can see guys, I'm going to snippet. In the left hand side you can see snippets are written. I'm clicking on it, then I'm clicking on my snippets. So you can see I have created a snippet comment. When I'm clicking on it, you can see directly this thing is coming. Now these snippets are not only for comments, you can do a lot of things. Let me show you. This particular data set or this particular code from 25 row to 30 row, this, let's suppose I want to use this code multiple times. So I'm selecting these rows, right click, add to my snippet, I'm writing my code. Okay, now you can see in this snippet section my code is coming, a snippet got created. Now what I can do, anywhere I can click, you can see here I'm clicking here, and when I'm clicking on my code, double click, the code you have added as a snippet, it is coming. So if any code or anything that you are going to use multiple times, you can store in snippet. How you can store? By selecting and clicking on add to my snippet. Now guys, let's move to the third tip, which is find and replace. Let's suppose on 27, 28 and 29 row you have used catx function. Now due to some reason you want to replace this catx function with cat function. Now what I'll do, I'll select this rows and I'll click on command F. So you can see when I'm clicking on command F, so what it is coming, find what, replace with. So which word we want to replace? That is cat x. And at place of catx, what we want? Cat. So what I'll do, I'll click on find all. So you can see number of occurrence, it is showing 3. So I'll click 3 times replace. 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm closing it. You can see this catx it got replaced with cat. Now guys, you can see there were more options here. So what is match case? Match case means, let's suppose if in your data cat-x is in capital, if you click on match case, if you are writing here cat-x in capital, that is fine. But if in your coding window, if it is written in capital and you are writing here in small, let me show you. You can see in your coding window, cat is written in small. Now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on match case. Now I'm writing here cat-x or cat in capital. Let's suppose I want to replace cat with cat-x. Now I'm clicking on find all. You can see no matches were found because here you have written cat in capital, but in the coding window the cat is written in small letter and you have used match case. So it will look for exactly the same case because in your coding window it is in small letter and you are writing match case. It means you are telling SAS to find in the same case. But if you unselect this match case, it will automatically find in whichever case it is. Either cat is written in small case, prop case or up case, it will find it. You can see number of occurrence 3 means even though in your data cat is written in small, here you have written in capital, it is able to find. So this is the use of match case, and the use of find whole words only is it will look for the complete word. It will not look for letters. Now guys, let's move to the fourth tip, which is related to printing a data set. So a lot of time you remember we write separately proc, print, data and data name, whichever, and then write run. But let's suppose you want to print the same data set. So what you can do, before writing run, in the same data set you can write proc print. You don't need to write this proc print separately along with data name because you are writing under the same data set, whichever you want to print. So once I'll run this data set, it will be automatically printed in the result window. Let me show you. You can see the results are coming in the result window. You can see the data is printing in the result window. Okay. Now guys, let's move to the fifth tip, which is maximizing or restoring workspace. Let's suppose a lot of time you have written big codes or some comments, okay, and you want to maximize this coding window. So what you can do, you have two options. Either you can drag like this, okay, manually, either you can do it automatically. So I'm using Mac. So for Mac, I have to click on option Fn plus F11. So I'm doing it. I'm first clicking on option, then Fn, then F11. You can see. So you can see here guys, the window got maximized, the coding window. If I have to restore, I can again click on F11. You can see here again automatically it got restored. So you can maximize and restore. So guys, I hope this video is helpful for you. I have created a lot of videos along with clinical SAS programmer, clinical SAS interview pattern, clinical SAS interview questions, clinical SAS scenario based question. I have created tons of video related to SAS and clinical SAS. On top of that, if you have any question you want to connect me, you can connect me through one-to-one counseling. You can check the link in the video description. Even you can follow us on Telegram and LinkedIn. You can find the link in the description. So thank you everyone and bye-bye everyone.